runners are all lined up. They are under starters' orders for this year's derby.
Diana, you really are unspeakable.
Well, that's my job. Diana Trent, unspeakable swine by appointment.
You shouldn't mock the afflicted.
Yes, of course you should. They can't fight back. You're onto a winning ticket mocking the afflicted. Come on, Nelly. Cut him off at the corner.
You can't tempt fate like that, you know. It'll get you in the end.
Oh, not a chance. The day I lay hand to walking frame will be the day I pull the plug on myself.
My son Geoffrey said the same thing about turning 30.
Pity he didn't listen to himself.
Please, don't wish my family dead, Diana.
Well, they wish you dead.
That's my family. Families are allowed to wish each other dead. It's the norm. But if outsiders do it, it's just plain rude.
Oh, come on. I've got something to show you.
Yes, but what is it?
Just wait.
Is it something yummy?
Oh, it is.
Can I eat it?
Not until after my niece's wedding.
It's a cake. Marvellous. A wedding cake.
No, it's not a cake. It's a hat. Well?
A hat? You're sure about that?
What's wrong with it?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. You don't look like a peppermint cream at all.
It is for a wedding. People wear hats like this at weddings.
In this country?
My niece, Sarah, is the only family I have got, and I am trying to do the right thing.
Oh. Are you also going to wear bells on your shoes?
Oh, what do you know about fashion, you dull bumpkin?
Diana, this is supposed to be Sarah's and Sam's special day. The focus should be on them. But it won't be if you turn up looking like the Sydney Opera House.
Oh, never get it together as a maiden aunt.
Oh, well, Sarah and her crook would have understood.
Do you think Sam is a crook?
Bent as a 9-quid note.
Oh, well, at least you outwitted him. Got your offensive daughter-in-law a business to channel her neuroses through.
Yes, the beauty parlour franchise was just what Marion needed to make her a human being.
Huh.
And I get free facials every week.
You what?
Just because the clock's winding down doesn't mean you don't have to polish the case.
Oh, dear God.
I must be off. I'm having an avocado face pack this week. I feel pretty, oh so pretty, I feel pretty and witty and gay.
God, stop mincing around, Tom. You're far too old to start turning any of life's great corners.
Sarah wants me to give her away.
Well, that's good, Dad.
I'm very touched.
Say that again.
She's sniping at me again, Geoffrey.
No, Dad.
I mean, I got her this place. If I hadn't outwitted Sarah's fiancé, she'd still be sitting around the house popping pills and slugging gin.
She still does that, Dad. She's having a few problems here.
What?
She hasn't a clue what she's doing.
Oh.
And she isn't making any money out of it.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. Marion,
What?
how's it going?
Oh, fine. Fine. I'm going broke. The place is overrun by dirty old men expecting freebies. And everything's wonderful. Oh.
Why isn't she making any money?
Sarah's fiancé is Sam. You might have got us the franchise for nothing, but the small print gives him a percentage of the gross. He slices it off the top before we've even deducted expenses.
Oh, dear.
It's Diana. She's had a fall.
How is she?
Swearing the place down.
Thank God she's all right. I'd better skip the mud pack this week. What happened?
She slipped and fell on her hip. She was trying to throw a brick at the gardener.
How did you find her?
Well, she was very, vocal. But people in the next village complained.
So what's the damage?
Severe fracture of the hip. They're going to operate soon.
Have they knocked her out already?
No, she's just very tired. Had had a bit of a swear at the surgeon. Maybe we'd better be off.
But you carry on, Jane. I'll just sit here for a moment.
Right. Bye. Bye-bye, Diana. You say I said bye-bye.
Oh, Diana, you poor old duck. Never mind, we're all here. We're all behind you.
Oh, shut up, you clawing old woman.
What ho? Good sleep?
I've been awake all along. I just didn't want to have to listen to Jane going on about brittle bones and taking it easy at my time of life.
She might have a point, you know.
Oh, don't you start. I'm going to be out of here tomorrow. I'm taking up polo.
Good idea. Maybe we should form a trapeze act together. It's a bugger, isn't it?
Certainly is. Oh, it hurts like hell, too.
Shall I get a nurse?
No, it's okay. I want to go to this wedding, Tom.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. You usually hate weddings, all those cheerful and happy people. It would only depress you.
Yes, but it's a matter of principle. I said I'd be there. Don't want to be thwarted by old age.
It's nothing to do with age. You fell over, had an accident. It could happen to anyone. Buses don't just run over old folk, you know.
How are you then?
It's my surgeon, Taff the Knife.
David Davis, how do you do?
Tom Ballard.
You're the husband?
I'm not married. I've told you that once. They all deaf in your valley.
Bundle of laughs, isn't she?
Yes, she puts the tank in cantankerous.
Do you mind? I am here, you know. You're my surgeon. You talk to me, not this buffoon. Now, what do these say? Oh, my God, is that me? Get your nose out. I've got no flesh on.
Giving yourself quite a whack, my dear. When I go in, the chances are I might give you a new hip. The old ball and socket job.
There's nothing wrong with my own hip.
Bit brittle, you know. It's the steroid treatments. You probably need a new one in a couple of years anyway.
Tom, will you tell this Celtic dimwit that I do not want a new hip? Hip replacements are for the old and the infirm.
She says she thanks you very much and would love a new hip. Will you vent a spleen while you're at it?
My pleasure. Okay, nurse?
Body snatcher. Oh, look what you're doing. Those things are sharp.
Take it easy, old thing. There's nothing to be afraid of.
I am going to that wedding.
Here you are, Diana. Our usual 6 o'clock gin. What? Fill it up, you old fool. You feel like getting legless and beating up a lager light? Okay. Guess who dropped by this afternoon? Ernest Hemingway. He wanted us to go to Pamplona to have a bit of a run with the bulls, but I told him it might be a bit tricky for you at the moment. What? Oh, that's not very nice, Diana. Ernest Hemingway's a great writer. He's not a macho old puff at all.
Tom.
What's the matter with your voice, Diana?
I'm over here, Tom.
You sound like that idiot Baines.
I am the idiot Baines.
Oh, look, it's the idiot Baines.
I'm not the idiot Baines.
You just said you were the idiot Baines.
I meant it's me. You're talking to me, Harvey Baines. I am not an idiot.
He says he's not an idiot. She says, do you have that in writing?
Now listen, Diana, I'm getting a little tired of this constant undermining of my authority here, and furthermore, you're not even there.
Oh, yes, she is. Even though she's under the surgeon's knife at the moment, she astutely travelled here to have a cup of gin. Isn't that so, my dear? She says, yes, it is, you smarmy little piggy.
Diana is not there, Tom.
It's no use, Diana. He sees through you.
I could have been in double glazing. I could have been.
Did you want something, or did you just drop by to spend a few minutes looking daft?
I was assessing the ongoing situation vis-à-vis Diana's new state.
What?
I was trying to work out what Diana was going to do now that she's going to be a cripple.
What?
Well, you know what it's like when these old ducks start cracking up. She won't be able to stay in this unit.
Why not?
It's not wheelchair accessible. We might have to move her into the garage until she can find somewhere else to live.
You're at it again, trying to get rid of us.
Tom, Diana has broken her hip. She is falling apart. This isn't Cripple City here, you know. If you can't walk upright unaided, you can't stop here. It's the same with toiletability. If you can't pee solo, I'm afraid it's goodbye. It's subsection 4, para 9 of the contract.
You fool.
I'm sorry?
You appallingly ignorant fool. She's only having a hip replacement. And that's as common as an appendix job these days. You end up better off than when you went in, you great clot.
Really?
Yes, really. A new hip will give Diana a new lease of life. And then she won't just be slinging words at you, she'll be running after you, hitting you about your silly head.
Oh, that is good news. Oh. What wonderful news. Well, my prayers have been answered. I must send her some flowers. Damn.
Jane! Cheers, old thing.
So, how did it go?
Fine. Brand new hip. Some of my best work then. The best that money can buy. And it won't crack and wear out.
Her first false bit, with the teeth next, and the heart and lungs, kidneys. God, you stick around long enough, you get to be somebody else.
The physio people will have you up tomorrow, walking in a few days.
Walking? On what?
Oh, a frame to begin with. Then 2 sticks, then 1, then none. And after that, you can go back to the corps de ballet.
Frame? A walking frame? Well, like old women use.
For a few days.
Never.
Sorry?
Never in a million years.
I don't understand.
She suffers from Zimmer phobia. She believes that once you put your hand on a walking frame, it is but a willy whisker away from the final plunge off your perch.
Nonsense.
All right, you've done your bit, you've earned your fat fee. Why don't you just go and jump into your Range Rover and bugger off?
All right, okay. You sort her out, Tom. I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, he's turned me into an old person.
Nonsense.
If you're 35 and break a hip, they don't bung in a new one because you'll probably need it in a couple of years. They fix the damn thing. You get on with your life. Bloody quacks. Useless for women. Before puberty, they tell you, oh, it'll all be cured by puberty. Then later it'll be okay when you've had a baby. And then it's, oh, well, you're of a certain age. You'll be better after the change. And now it's, oh, well, of course, you've got to expect these things at your age. God. When is there a stage in a woman's life when she'll be cured of her ills without passing through some male-defined age barrier?
I don't know.
When she's dead. Unless she's a Buddhist, in which case they'll say, oh, don't worry, you'll be better in the next life. Why do those nurses never come when you press the damn buttons?
What do you want?
I want a drink of water. I've got a mouth like the bottom of a Turkish wrestler's coal scuttle or whatever it's called.
I can give you that, for goodness sake. No need to run the poor staff into the ground.
Tom, am I being a bit of a pain in the bum?
A bit? No. You're just being a huge pain in the bum.
Well, I'm fed up.
It's only a wound. Flesh and bone. They fix themselves. It's nothing nasty, not one of your dark demons that lurk within and only announce their fatal presence when their deadly work is well nigh done.
Oh, my God, Tom, don't start going gothic on me.
I'm just saying it'll be all right. It's no big deal. You're trying to set it up as some sort of watershed, which it isn't.
I wouldn't be seen dead on a walking frame.
Well, how else will you get to that wedding?
Well, it's simple. They'll have to postpone it.
You can't do that, Diana.
Why not? It's your wedding. You can have it whenever you like.
Well, it's for financial reasons. The end of my tax year, you see. If we get married next Saturday, it means that we get optimum income splitting advantages for the next 2 years.
How very romantic.
It will cost us a fortune to put it off.
Oh. Well, I suppose you need me there anyway. Tom's giving you away. Maybe you'll show me the photos one day. Never really liked that hat anyway.
I did have a word with your surgeon.
Oh, did he understand it? He's Welsh, you know.
He's also one of the most qualified hitmen in the country.
Huh.
And he said you could easily attend the wedding if you really wanted to.
But in a wheelchair, on a walking frame, so that I can have your tedious yuppie pals smiling at me and patting me on the head and talking slowly and clearly in case the old biddy doesn't understand. That's what happens, you know. The moment you show any outward signs of physical infirmity, they treat you like some kind of basket case who won't make it beyond the vol-au-vent. No, thank you very much.
Well, I must be off. Got to go and see Marion and Geoffrey.
What for?
Oh, just business. Keeping the old balls in the air. I'll see you later, darling.
Do you mind? This is a hospital, you know.
Ciao, Di.
Well, there's no point in you hanging around any longer. I'm not a freak show. Oh, get off, girl.
You're such a rock, you know.
Bollocks.
No, you are. You might strive to be a flinty old crab, but underneath...
Underneath, I am a vicious old cynic who hates any overt displays of emotionalism. What do you want?
Do you think I should marry him?
Is this a serious question? Or are you just asking for reassurance?
I don't know. Will you be honest with me?
Not for a second. I shall say what I think is best for you at the time at which I say it.
What do you think of Sam?
Oh, he is a saint amongst men. Charming, witty, intelligent, good-looking.
He's a dreadful con man, totally without any scruples whatsoever.
Well, there is that side to him.
So why do I love him?
God knows. Your father was just the same. Totally doolally. He and that mother of yours were completely unsuited. She was a wet little mouse, and he couldn't stand still while there was a virgin left on the planet. And what happened? They got married, he stopped messing about, and she blossomed into a rare beauty and brain. And they were forced to suffer millions of years of appalling happiness together. Oh, I don't know why you love your dreadful little chiseler. Love isn't a quantifiable or definable product. It's, well, it's like a sort of elephant sitting in the corner of your sitting room. You can't ignore it, but if you don't do something about it, you're going to find yourself knee-deep in elephant poo.
Why did you never marry?
Oh, my God. Why does everybody always ask me that boring question? I never married because I was a photographer.
A photographer?
I could always see the whole picture. I was objective. Oh, I knew what I wanted in a husband. He had to be this, he had to be that, da-da, 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 and of course, I should love him. There's just one problem. The good guys, the responsible ones, the kind ones, well, they never threw the magic switch. They never lit up my promenade. No, the firework merchants were the pirates, the swashbuckling, no-good so-and-sos, the bastards.
And you weren't going to marry one of those?
Hoo-hoo, no.
Sam's a no-good, a pirate.
And I am here. on my own.
You mean?
Maybe I should have nailed my colours to one of those tall masts, even if the ship was rotten and sinking. So marry a wicked charm boat. And the moment he steps out of line, you string him up by the offending part. And if there's another woman involved, drop a truck on her. You break him down, but all the time, you give him everything you've got. And if at the end of it you are not gloriously happy, well, you can always strangle the little sod.
Thank you, Diana.
Is that what you wanted to hear?
Of course.
Be happy, you miserable brat.
I really am sorry.
No, you're not.
I am. What with the wedding and everything, I feel as though you're almost family.
So you don't enjoy ripping us off?
It's not ripping you off, Geoffrey. It's in all the franchise contracts. We get a piece of the turnover off the top.
Which means that we run at a loss.
None of the other salons run at a loss.
None of the other salons are run by totally incompetent.
Who are you talking about?
You do.
Oh, thank you, Geoffrey.
Your efficiency problems are your problems, not mine. My problem is collecting what I'm owed.
That means that I'm working to support my wife's losses.
Ow! 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 Oh! Ow!
Have you thought of changing your wife?
It's difficult.
Do shut up. Just suck your silly finger.
She has a bit of a problem with interpersonal relationships.
I should go. So if I could just have your check.
I suppose so.
Hang on a tick. Oh, still daylight.
Hello, Tom. I didn't see you there.
Geoffrey, do you enjoy spending your spare time here?
No, Dad.
Marion, are you happy in your work? Sam, what happens to those who default on their payments?
The franchise reverts to me and they lose what they paid for said franchise.
Which is nothing, because I threatened to tell Sarah what a crook you were unless you gave them a free franchise.
Right, but,
So it's obvious.
What is?
Geoffrey, Marion, you're not enjoying yourselves, you're making no money. Pick up your bed and walk.
What?
You can quit.
Just like that?
Yes.
I can't believe it.
Quick, out the door before Mrs. 50 here rewrites the contract.
just a minute.
Bye-bye. Marion.
Thank you, Tom.
Off you go.
What about my nails? Bite them.
Sorry, old chap.
Not at all. You're a pretty good mover, Tom. A real soft-top GTI.
What about my nails?
Have you paid yet?
No.
I'll be right with you. I'll see you at the wedding, Tom. Oh, and if you do ever think of going into business, stay away from me.
Oh, isn't it wonderful, Harvey?
What is?
Going to a wedding. You and me going to a wedding. Who knows? It might give you some ideas.
No, Jane, you're absolutely right. Looking at this church does make me think of something.
And what might that be, Harvey? If I might make so bold.
If I could get Bayview registered as a religious charity, we might be in for some really big tax breaks.
Oh, Geoffrey, life is so wonderful.
That's because you're drunk, dear.
Yes. It's so nice to be back to the old me, drunk and stupid.
Here comes the groom, the rotten bastard.
And it's not sexy.
Jeff, could you do me a favour? I've lost my best man.
How did you do that?
I had to fire him this morning.
Wasn't he also your brother?
Yes, but he's out now anyway. So I was wondering if you could do the honours for me.
He'd love to.
No, I wouldn't. I think you're a swine.
500 quid?
Have you got the ring? Got another appointment, have you?
Not for a couple of hours.
I always cry at weddings.
What's on the suit, Jane?
Sorry, Harvey. Such a shame Diana isn't here.
Very sad. Poor Diana. Let's hope things don't go terribly wrong and she gets gangrene and has to have her leg off. It falls over all the time.
Do I look all right?
Oh, you look fine, Tom.
I always get nervous at weddings. When Jane Russell and I tied the knot, I nearly fainted right away.
It's all right. It's just a bit dark. Oh, what a pity Diana couldn't be here.
Pride, I'm afraid. Pride, coupled with a manic desire to be miserable at all costs.
You better go.
We'd better hang on a second.
Oh, come on, you silly fools. Get out of my way. All right, you crooks. Quick march.
What is it?
It's Diana Brando and the Wild Bunch.
Tasteless.
Oh, bother.
What's the matter? You've never seen anyone with a Zimmer before?